What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Today I have a very exciting announcement for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's announcement. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time now. This has been in the works for a few months, and I'm really excited to dive into today's announcement. I really hope you guys are as well, and with all that being said, let's get started. Man, this is very exciting. I've been looking forward to doing something like this for quite some time now. It's always been a thought of mine, but the perfect opportunity just never arose till now, and I'm really excited that this opportunity is here. So first and foremost, we have a little bit of a backstory to dive into, so this makes sense transitioning into this announcement, which I'm really excited about. So let's begin with that backstory. So the backstory takes us to Citrus Aviation, as you guys may know him on YouTube, with a channel with almost 3,000 subscribers covering all kinds of aviation content. On Citrus Aviation's channel, as you guys may or may not know, he has a show on his channel called Model Aircraft News Monthly. And what he does on this show is he covers all kinds of model airplane news, whether it's manufacturer news, community news, release news, mold news, all kinds of stuff, and goes into immense detail about what's going on in the model aircraft community, which is super cool in my opinion. I've always really enjoyed watching the show, and I've been a part of it as well, which has been really cool, such as myself, AS Aviation, Aviation 18, and various others have been a part of this show, which is very cool. So his show is really good. I've always really enjoyed it. I think he's been doing it for almost 2 years now, which is really cool. And he dives into some phenomenal detail about what's going on in the model aircraft news sector. This was something that I always wanted to do, was to dive more into model aircraft news stuff. But he started that show, and I kind of just put myself on the back burner. And when he would invite me to be a part of his show, that would be a great opportunity to talk about that. And obviously, you guys know that I've talked about model aircraft news throughout my videos as well. But I've never had a perfect opportunity to enhance that and go a step farther and do it regularly, if that makes sense. So it's been something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. And I've done some mini little episodes with model news and all kinds of small things like that to kind of suit my needs, but it's always been something that I've been interested in going farther in. So as you guys may or may not know, me and Citrus Aviation started the V1 Rotate Aviation News podcast. As the name would suggest, we cover all kinds of aviation news in that show. We're already 2 episodes in, so feel free to check that out. It's been a great show so far. But as we were talking about that and kind of the future of the podcast land, me and Citrus Aviation came to an agreement that we thought it would be a really cool idea to start a model aircraft podcast news show, which we're really excited about. So this is going to be an extension from his Model Aircraft News Monthly show on his YouTube, and I'm really excited to join him on this journey in the process for a full-fledged podcast of model aircraft news. We're really excited for this journey. It's really exciting that we're going to be able to talk about model aircraft news on a podcast. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. His show's still going to be staying on his channel. He deserves all the credit for that. He's been the one that's been consistent and has been going for almost 2 years with that full project. So you are going to find model aircraft news on his channel still, and all the credit goes to him for that. But it was something that we kind of came to, we kind of both had mutual thoughts that we thought it would be cool to expand that into a podcast. So we're really excited for this, and we think that this is going to be a phenomenal place to talk about aviation news, or I'm sorry, this is going to be the model aviation news, excuse me, and it's going to be an awesome place to do it. We're really excited, and this is going to be our second podcast now, which we're very excited for. I'm not sure if there'll be another one to come, but for now, this is probably going to be the foundation layer, the V1 Rotate podcast and the Model Aircraft Today podcast. So that is what you'll find with podcast regards. But really excited. This podcast is going to be phenomenal. I'm really excited for me and Citrus Aviation to get going on this podcast. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So we have quite a few things to discuss about the podcast itself, which it's going to be awesome. So first and foremost, like I said, this is going to be a pretty enhanced extension of the Model Aircraft Today, Model Aircraft News Monthly show on his channel. I'm sorry, I'm getting the names confused. So this will be a pretty big expansion of that, as we're going to be going into even more detail in what he has on his show. And we're also going to be doing some different things as well, which we're very excited about. So this will be an extension of that show on his channel. And we have a lot of awesome segments that we're going to dive into in the show. First and foremost, the first episode of the Model Aircraft Today podcast is out. The links are in the description for wherever you'd like to listen to it. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts are the main 3. We also have our distributing service Red Circle if you'd like to listen to it there. All the links are in the description. You're more than welcome to click the link tree to find any link that you would like to find as well. We're also, just like the V1 Rotate podcast, going to be posting segments onto a YouTube channel, which is called Model Aircraft Today, so feel free to check that out. That's also linked in the description and on the link tree. And in addition, you're also going to find us on Instagram and Twitter for all the updates regarding the the podcast, which we're very excited about. So be sure to stay on the lookout for that. That's going to be absolutely awesome. But the first episode is out. It's about 25 minutes and it dives into detail. I'm going to briefly kind of summarize what the show's going to be about here in just a moment, but that's where you're going to find all the news right there, which we're very, very excited about. So first episode's there, and then we're going to have upcoming episodes with all the news and all kinds of fun stuff going forward. So that is the plan. In the Model Aircraft Today podcast, you're going to find various model airplane topics covered. First and foremost, we're going to be covering all the headline news, whether it's whatever it's going to be, broken models or a phenomenal release, new molds, all that sort of thing. That will be your headline news of the community, and just like on Citrus's show, that is exactly how we're going to do that. Following that, we're also going to be talking about release news and diving into detail about all the releases. I'm not sure exactly how far in depth we'll go because we could go through every release, and maybe we will. I'm not quite sure on that at this time, but we're going to definitely be covering those releases, which will be very exciting. You're also going to be seeing us talk about molds on the show, which is very exciting. We'll dive into detail about new molds, which we've had plenty of recently, which is really funny. Current molds, maybe we'll talk about what we like and dislike. Even Citrus Aviation did a full video pretty much about him and Aviation 18's favorite and least favorite molds, so that's an option too. And we'll also talk about past molds and different things like that, so that's what you can expect in that segment. In addition, you're also going to find us talking about community news, talking about in the social media realms, what aviation YouTubers are doing what in the model land. We'll also talk about different things throughout social medias, like I said, really just anything going on in the community itself. That is what we'll be talking about, primarily orientated around the social media aspect. But if we find anything else that falls into that, perhaps new retailers and different things like that would also fall into the community news and things like that. So eBay stuff, another prime example. So we'll have different community news that we'll be talking about as well. You're also going to find we'll talk about various things as well, including miscellaneous topics, which can include and will not be limited to by any means advice on collecting in general. May do a full episode on that. Just how to collect or advice for how to collect and how to build collections and different things like that. Money management's another big topic. So there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about in various ways, no matter where it's going to fall. So we're really, really excited. Just like the V1 Rotate podcast, you're also going to find really fun innovation, which is included but not limited to challenges, trivia, fun facts, Q&A, story times, all that sort of thing. Tips and tricks, advice, all that fun stuff to help you guys out. And we'll also just be featuring different things throughout. We have a lot of fun things. We plan to make some really cool graphics. I'm also going to have a TV in the background and different things. So really, really excited for that. Sorry about that, guys, but we're going to be taking a lot of awesome measures and practices to make this podcast very entertaining, and we really hope you guys are excited for it. Also with a bunch of knowledge and a lot of great things that are going to go into it, as we talked about in that first episode. Just a couple of things in particular that we already are thinking about doing is talking about some of the models that sell for the highest prices on eBay. We think will be really cool. Maybe, hopefully, perhaps doing some retailer interviews. Again, various story times and kind of different things throughout the community, what we've noticed as well, and just various segments in general that will be really fun. We're really excited to go into different things, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. You're going to be finding this podcast alternating, with the V1 Rotate podcast every Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So I'm really excited to be doing a podcast episode every week, which will be really cool. So one week you'll find the V1 Rotate podcast episode, then you'll find Model Aircraft Today, then back to V1 Rotate, and we're just going to be going back and forth. We're really, really excited for this, and we'll make adjustments if we need to, but that is the plan we're rolling with, and you guys will have a weekly podcast episode from me talking about aviation in one way or another, and Citrus Aviation, which will be really cool, and we're very, very excited for it. As for the YouTube channel, if you're looking for it in individual segments, we'll be posting on this channel Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So you're also going to be finding daily content on segments from the show as well, from both shows, So definitely be on the lookout for it. It'll be really exciting to do that in that orientation, and we're very, very excited for it, and we hope you guys are as well. Again, you're more than welcome to check us out on Instagram and Twitter. We'll be very active on there, and we're really excited to interact with you guys there. There's a little challenge in the first episode of the Model Aircraft Today podcast, so definitely go check it out and report back to our social media. So we'd really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, I mean, this is super exciting. If you guys have ever seen an episode of the Model Aircraft Today, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. model aircraft news monthly on Citrus Aviation's channel. You'll know how entertaining it is to see all the release news, all the community news, all the manufacturer news, headline news, all that fun stuff. And I'm really excited to dive into this in more detail, and we're really excited. The other good news is there's going to be a lot of variation to this show, which is really exciting. If there's one month where there's not near as much model aircraft news, which has happened in the past, as we talked about with the full video Citrus did on molds, what we'll do is we're actually going to dive into particular topics and talk about those more in depth, whether it's through how amazing the innovation of the model aircraft industry on YouTube's been, some of the best releases of all time, perhaps the Delta CRJ 900, just talk about that in full. There's so many different topics, and it's really exciting. In addition, as you guys know, the V1 Rotate podcast has been going great so far, but model aircraft, I would say, is definitely my forte when it comes to everything I know, and I know quite a lot about it, and Citrus does as well. So we're really excited to bring you guys professional, high quality, and analysts for what's going on in our industry, and we're really excited to talk about it. We really hope you guys are as well, and it's going to be really exciting, high energy, enthusiasm, great show. We are super excited for it, and we hope you guys are as well. Feel free to check it out with all the links in the description. I would really appreciate it. The show's going to be absolutely awesome, and we're going to do a lot of awesome things, just kind of making sure I didn't miss anything here. I think I got everything. The structure, like I talked about, we'll have all those segments, and perhaps we'll do some different episodes on topics as well as needed. So we are super excited for this journey. We hope you guys are as well. Feel free to go listen to the first episode. The links in the description. I would really appreciate it, and Citrus Aviation would really appreciate it. Expect a lot of awesome podcast episodes to come, whether you're exercising, on a long car ride, on a plane, wherever you may be, hanging out, working around the house, whatever you're doing, feel free to turn on either of these podcasts. We'd really appreciate it, and we would love to help you guys out with giving you guys some knowledge and entertainment to go along with your day, whether it's aviation news or model aircraft news. We got both of them now. We're really excited, and we hope you guys are as well, to enhance and further our content into even farther realms. We are super excited for this journey. Thank you so much, Citrus Aviation, for being a part of this. I really appreciate it, and I'm super excited to go even farther with where that came from. We are really excited, and we hope you guys are as well for these podcast episodes to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Go listen to the first ones if you would like to. We would really appreciate it. Links are in the description. Hope you guys enjoy it. Super excited for it. Big credit to B767 for the box art profile picture. That's absolutely amazing. Phenomenal work. Go check him out on YouTube as well. And everybody that will continue to contribute to the podcast in the future. Really appreciate it. Feel free to check out Citrus's channel and link as well. Very much appreciated, everybody. Thank you guys so much. So excited for what's to come. We hope you guys are as well. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the Model Aircraft Today podcast as Redriveraviation is signing off.